Hey guys, it's Christine from Blooming Brilliant, and I'm here with another homeschooling video. And today I'm sharing with you the curriculum we used and are using for second grade, grade 2, grade. Now, some of the things are a little bit advanced because my daughter is advanced in certain areas like reading and English. But some of them aren't actually. English, we pretty much stayed on route even though she's advanced at it. She's just going at a faster pace. But reading definitely. But we don't really have a huge curriculum for reading. So let me just get into it and we can see what we've been using. So I did a Periscope actually of this a while ago, back when when I used my Periscope, and back when I was really scared and didn't even know if I was going to like the curriculum. So now that the year is almost over and we're pretty much done with many of the books, I feel comfortable sharing with you the curriculum and our thoughts about it. So first up, because I just have it thrown in a pile over here next to me, is English. We used Voyages in English, Writing and Grammar. And it's really a good book. I really liked parts of it. You don't really need the teacher's guide for it because it's pretty simple. So it covers sentences, capital letters, end marks, which she already knew a lot of this beginning stuff. But what I really liked is the writer's workshop in it. And that was like got your children introduced to writing different kinds of pieces. So like she had book reports, she had personal narratives, she had how-to, she had a research paper that she's actually doing now because she's finishing up the book. So there's a lot of fun stuff. It's colorful, so your kids won't mind doing it. She did like pages of it. Like we got through this book really quickly. So that is our English that's the English curriculum that we used. So for mathematics or arithmetic, we used Primary Mathematics Standard Edition. Now I got confused when purchasing it and I thought I bought the Common Core Edition because I wanted to continue in case we had to put her back into public school. But I got the standard edition, so whatever. It's a good curriculum. It's kind of expensive, but I bought them in pieces. So I bought the 2A textbook and workbook together in the beginning of the year. And then I have the 2B that we haven't used yet, but we'll probably use finishing out the year because she's almost done with these. So we'll probably use it into the summer because while we are homeschoolers and we homeschool from September to June, like sending in our reports and stuff, we actually like learn all year long. That's what we've been doing. So I don't want to break our routine in that way. We'll do like a less rigorous, I guess, approach during the summer, but we'll be still learning. So we'll probably be finishing up some things. We don't need to finish up all the textbooks, but we need to cover, like, maybe get some more practice. I learned addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, which is what she's getting into now, multiplication and division. So that was our math. For geography, which I love this book, and I love this company and thing. We used Daily Geography, and it's for second grade, and it's really great because it teaches you how to use maps, and you can do like each section daily, but we actually did it one day of the week. So on our history day usually we did geography as well, and she loves it because it's simple, it's easy, it has coloring in it. So who wouldn't love this? And go back to English and show you our second part of English, which was the Daily 6 Trait second grade writing book. I got this because she likes to write, and I thought like it would be good to learn more and have more prompts. It's pretty fun, and it's pretty fun and easy to use for her. And I like how these books give you instructions on how to teach right in the workbook. So I didn't show you, I was looking at it myself. But, yeah. They have like writing tools. And this we haven't used that much yet. We did a few weeks of it, but like, because it's supplemental, so on weeks that we didn't, like, we were in between, or like holiday weeks that was like half the week we were going to cover the chapter book, we ended up doing this. So now that she's finishing up the voyages, we're probably going to like do more work from this, so that she's still writing stories and things and using all the knowledge that she got from learning the English into her writing. So for science, and now we're really science people, we love science, we used Science Fusion. Now this is an expensive little nugget here, but what's really great about it is when you buy it new, you get like this subscription for the year to their online thing where you have labs and you have interactive classes, which is really fun, and that's what made this like really great. Now we did not cover all of it, and you know, we do supplemental experiments and stuff, but this is something that will probably continue through the summer as well, only because we want to get the most out of it because it was expensive and it's fun. So we're probably going to continue it as long as we have the subscription. Our reading. Now we read. We are avid readers, as you can see from our Read With Us Wednesday videos. So we read a ton. So our library, we borrow books by the stack, all of us. And we get a lot of our reading done there. We get reading that is incorporated in all the areas of our homeschool, so in all the different subjects. So we'll get stories that are, you know, we'll get nonfiction stories that are about history and aspects of history. We'll get stories about science. We'll get stories about whatever. So we'll be reading. Reading is that's what I consider real reading. But we need to cover reading comprehension because I need to make sure she's comprehending what she's reading. And since she's an advanced reader, we got daily reading comprehension level 4. And it's really good. And she covers it really well. And we're pretty much done with it. I make copies of everything. I don't let them write in the books because I'm a weirdo. And it was like expensive enough. I don't know. Because I have 2 kids and I might want to reuse it. I don't know. But it was a really good book. It's like all the daily things have like a day. So for 5 days in one area, so that it covers like certain things like author's purpose, and you'll learn to navigate and be looking for what the author's purpose is. So there's like a bunch of strategies in how to read and comprehend what you're reading. So that's why we like that. Okay, so for history, we're using this book, which is A Living History of Our World. And this is part 1, and we got the journal, which again I make copies because I have 2 kids and I want to get the most out of all my curriculum. But with that being said, we like this. It's cute. I like the journal. And it, only to mention that there's not really a lot of curriculum that covers just America's history, but that was really, and that looked fun and engaging, and this looked fun, and it's appropriate for the age, and it covers everything, and I liked it. And this was really fun. All the activities that they recommend to do, how you keep a journal of everything that you're learning. It really makes it personal and hands-on, which we really love. We even made a longhouse out of sticks. We made like popsicle sticks. We made a map, which did I show you? We did a map, and there's a bunch more maps in there that we made, and so it was really fun. The only thing, so for health, we used some supplemental books, which were from Usborne. We used See Inside Your Body, and we really dug deep into it. So it's a book that we had read before because I was an Usborne consultant, no longer one, so don't ask me for Usborne books. But So we dug deep on it. So we went through each page and focused on it and drew pictures, which we did really great journaling of the books, which I really enjoyed. We also did computer, and in computer we also used an Usborne book. We used all about computers, or how computers work, or inside computers, or something like that. I don't have it on hand. They're playing, and so I don't have it on hand. But yeah, we really enjoyed that. We also use like the coding book from Usborne, which is really fun. And if your kids aren't into Scratch, oh, you have to introduce them. Go look it up. It is amazing. So yeah, that's what we used for that. For art, we were very supplemental as well this year. I had purchased a class online, but I didn't get to use it because I thought she was a little too young for it, but probably going to use it next year. And I'll talk about it after we use it for at least a little while. But we covered certain artists. So in the first quarter, we studied Frida Kahlo, and we dug deep by reading books about her and watching videos online about her. And we did some pictures inspired by her. For the second quarter, we read books about Georgia O'Keeffe. We watched some YouTube videos about her. We learned a little bit about different kinds of coloring systems, like warm colors and neutral colors and cool colors. And we did pictures inspired by Georgia O'Keeffe. For the third quarter, we did Van Gogh. We read books about him and did some paintings that were inspired by him, pretty much the same thing. So that's what we did this year for art. For physical ed, we have been doing Zumba classes on the Wii, so we've been playing around with that and making sure that we're moving our bodies. They also, she plays soccer, so that's part of gym as well. And what else did we do? I know we do other things. We did some like basic learning of like health, which brings us back to health, because we do like nutritional information learning, and that is like gym class and health class combined. We also study typing, so she does a typing game once a week usually, and it's, I think, typing instructor for kids. We also teach a foreign language, so we are learning Spanish, Latin American, and Italian, and that is from Rosetta Stone, which we had subscriptions to that because I used it in like high school, and college too, so I needed it. Since I'm Spanish and Italian and her father is Italian, we chose those languages because they're our heritage and our languages of our family. So that is why we chose those languages for her to learn, or for us to learn. We're all learning it together, and that's that. The other thing that we needed to focus on was handwriting, and a lot of people used copy work, and I didn't know about it until I started homeschooling, so I wasn't sure. But she did do some copy work. When we chose books, she would choose like favorite lines or poems, and she would rewrite them. Even in our history that we covered, there was like sometimes part of it was copy work or narration, so she could say something and I could write it down, or vice versa. But her handwriting was horrible, even though she had been practicing writing since she was like 3 years old, and she knew how to form her letters. She was no matter how much I tried to get this child to write nice and neat, she would not. So, as you may know, if you are a frequent reader and watcher of us, I am a Fundanoodle ambassador, and we have some amazing books. So she used I Can Write Uppercase. She used, which is young for her, but she used it and relearned how to form her letters. She used I Can Write Lowercase, again, young for her, but learned how to form her letters. And she is now starting I Can Write Cursive, which she really loves because she always wanted to learn cursive handwriting. And she's much better with her handwriting. So that's what we used. I did have a vocabulary curriculum, but I didn't love it. It was Words Their Way, level 4. I didn't understand it. No matter how much research I did to try to understand it, in theory, it looked amazing. It looks amazing. I wish I understood it. It was like phonetic breakdowns, and she's a really good speller. And I just didn't get the program, and I tried so hard that I just said, you know what, we're not going to do this. So for spelling, she just pretty much reads, and when she comes up with words that she doesn't know, since she's an advanced reader, we look them up, and she learns how to spell them. And I don't know if that's right, because I don't know, but this coming year, for 3rd grade, I will figure it out by then, hopefully. I will figure out what kind of vocabulary system she really needs. But she has a really good vocabulary, which I credit to reading. And spelling, she spells really good too. Like, I wanted her, we wanted to be in a spelling bee, but the school didn't provide it, so. Homeschooling. So that's pretty much what we used. We did have some other supplemental materials. We had library books and fun games and things that we did throughout the year. You could probably see most of that stuff on Instagram, but if not, because we didn't really document every little thing that we did, but if not, it probably wasn't really important or big or major or anything. I can't disrupt them right now because they're actually getting along, and that's it. So, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below. If you want to know a more detailed list or a detailed review of each curriculum choice we made this year for 2nd grade, check the link in the description box below, because I will have a written review of everything. And as always, subscribe and share, because this is Blooming Brilliant, where you grow smart.